nice and relaxing here, and I do hope that we can actually spread our voice about here. And welcome to the show that hopefully never ends, as I previously said on the Sunday catch up this afternoon earlier on, which I've got to upload the thumbnail for that. And we do apologise having to come off air today earlier because our original stream at 20 past 8 of course didn't go ahead because the other phone was not picking up any sound whatsoever. I think it's a problem with the actual phone. So yeah, I do hope, because I'm going to test it out right now, that things are going out smoothly here. So as I say, we do apologise about that, and hopefully we can get some interest from you guys tonight. And do let us know if there is any sound problems at any time, because of course we try to ask our audience if they are tuning in, but of course not everyone is tuning in at the same time, so it can be a little bit of a problem. So yeah, we've returned again. My name's Quack, which is the current stage name of 2023, and I'm going to test this out so I can hear myself. Yeah, that seems to be coming out a lot better now. Yeah. So I don't know what it was before, so I do apologise about that. So yeah, welcome along, and we hope we can get some requests in. If you do want to request any song or whatsoever, feel free to email touringwithusteam@gmail.com. So that's touringwithusteam@gmail.com. We'll try and answer your emails and try and get your requests on if you have any. If not, sit back and enjoy the show, and it will be over to Juliani buzzing, because he's now going to introduce you to some lovely hymns, some of which are out of copyright and some of which are just fun that you can actually sing along to if you wish. So come and join us, do whatever you want to do. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. So it's over to you, Julian. So yeah, can you speak into the microphone?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Shoe Techniques.
The camera's that way, Julian.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's all part of the show.
I'm just speaking of my tone there. So what's going to happen tonight? If we do get the sound correct, we have 3 hymns or so first bit, and we might have a lot of psalm in between that, and then we have a little bit of a breather for Q&A if we can. And then about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we go back to the second part. We have another 3 hymns and then a couple of voluntaries, all to plan.
Brilliant, Julian. So yeah, we've done this on a Sunday, and it is Sunday, nice and relaxing show, which is of course sunny one today, because it was sunny today. Well, it was in Haverhill, Suffolk, but of course, yeah, it's not the reason why we have chosen to call it that, but it is because we are trying out a Sunday. If, of course, those people who suggested Sunday are actually watching. Perhaps we'll get some people watching later on. We'll see. But yeah, it's over to you, Julian.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Right, we have the first hymn, "Oh Love, Let Me Go." We say the words, "Rest weary soul in thee, I give thee back in life I owe. That in thy ocean depths flow, may richer, fuller be." It's 4 verses of this.
Thank you. Over to you.
love will not let me go. I'm afraid that will not let me go on that piece. The composer was Albert Peace, 1844 to 1912. We'll go to the next bit. We've got Oh Perfectly Love. There's two tunes here. One by Richard Terry, 1865 to 1938, over 70 years. Oh Perfectly Love, tune number 1. Say the words. Oh Perfectly Love, all human thought transcending. Lowly we kneel in prayer before we're thrown, that there may be love which known no ending, whom thou forevermore dost join in one. Oh Perfectly Love, tune number 1. Tune number 2 will be like this. Joseph Barnby, who wrote this music, 1838 to 1896. It's the same sort of words. Oh, Poet Love tune number 2. Before we go into the third hymn, which I'll tell you in just a moment, we'll have that in just one moment. This one here is a psalm. Thomas Atwood is the composer. It's Psalm number 29. I presume the words are quite straightforward. I'll just do a little a demonstration on the organ for a psalm, because it's usually for an even song, really. But, I'll just put it in just for to see what people think of it, of this one. So we're just going to go for so many verses, and I'll do the next third hymn. Okay, it is Bring Us to the Lord, O Ye Mighty. That was the psalm by Thomas Atwood. The loud bit was the glory be to the Father and to the Son. So that's the psalm there. We'll next go into the last thing before we have a little bit of a 2-minute breather. This is a hymn that was played this morning in a parish church in Haverhill. We were talking about it earlier with my producer. It's Phoebe Knapp is a woman composer. That's unusual for this. 1839 to 1908. I'm sure we'll be able to play it. It's 3 verses with a chorus. You'll probably know it because you've heard it this morning. So not others will hear it. It's called Blessed Assurance, Jesus is Mine. I'll say the words now. So, the first verse. Blessed Assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what their foretaste the glory of divine. Here the salvation purchase of God, born the Spirit, washed the blood. And then we go into the chorus, which is the refrain. This is my story, this is my song, praising the Saviour all my day long. This is the story, this is my song, praising my Saviour all day long. Interesting. Okay. So, bless your insurance, Jesus is mine. Phoebe Palmer Knapp, 1839 to 1908. So, any tourism answers now?
Sorry?
Tourism information answers now.
Well, we'll leave it for you to play some more pieces before we go on. So, of course, welcome along to the show that hopefully never ends. And, of course, yes, welcome along. It's the voice of course, Quack Quack, which is the stage name, which, of course, is to this date or year of 2023. So, welcome along to the nice and relaxing show here. I'm going to hand it over to Juliani Buzzing, which of course has now received 2 likes now, which is great. So we do really appreciate that. Whoever is watching, absolutely anywhere, come and say hello to us in the chat. We need the first comment on the screen, please, if we can, so that we can say hello to you in the chat as well. Come and be famous with us as well. So come and join us here for a feast of great music tonight. So it's over to you, Juliani.
Right, second part. Now.
Oh, Johnny Mac 26 says hello. Of course, he's been a lifelong, of course, a supporter of us, or even supporting the channel.
Where are you watching?
He's been supporting the channel for a long time.
Where are you watching from, Johnny?
So Johnny Mac, I believe it is. Where are you watching from? Tell us in the comments. Scotland. Oh, we've got someone from Scotland watching. How nice is that? How cool is that as well? He always lets us know in a constructive way about our videos. So I've got to confess that. Congratulations to you. South of Glasgow. Of course, we have been to Scotland many years ago. I remember going to Blair Gallery, if that is sort of familiar to you. And, of course, a few other castles, Cratty Castle, Edinburgh and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, I have actually been through it on the Crusaders. Yes, that's the Crusaders bus. Which I don't think they are going now, but of course I think it's more Shearings now. Yes, it's a nice place. Yes, absolutely. I enjoyed my visit to Scotland. I have to say, it was a few years back though. It was after I went to Spain, that kind of thing. So
I can add to that. For my Scottish time, I went to Erskine Bridge Hotel. That was a bit of a nightmare, but it was okay. But we did go to Edinburgh. If you want to know my favourite cathedral in one of them. In Scotland is St Giles, Edinburgh. They've got an Austrian organ there. It's a 3-manual organ, and you can get CDs and gifts there. So do pop
absolutely.
In there. St Giles is a very lovely cathedral.
Lovely cathedral. It's definitely worth checking out.
In Edinburgh, in Scotland there. So it's an Austrian organ, 3-manual, Barockish style organ. Rather than this.
And did you know as well, of course, it is the home of Stagecoach. They have, of course, been the owner of the bus company Stagecoach in Scotland. Okay, so all the head office is pretty much in Scotland. I don't know where it is, but of course, if Johnny can let me know where it is, it'd be interesting because, of course, they run down here in, of course, Stagecoach of East. So, yeah, of course, that's the main head office of Scotland. So it's a Scottish company. So, yeah, Stagecoach of the bus company we're looking for here. So, yeah, if you know where it is in Scotland, let us know in the comments. If anybody else knows as well, it'd be interesting. Oh, it's Perth. Interesting. That's the head office of Stagecoach. That was who I was phoning for a slight problem, which, of course, has been resolved. One driver didn't go up the train station, so of course, I went to head office to actually say my piece about it, and it's been resolved anyway. So, of course, I don't want any driver to be sacked or anything like that. But I would say this now, it's been resolved, and thanks to the Stagecoach of Scotland, wonderful people who actually resolved this issue. And hopefully it doesn't happen when they don't go up to the train station, that kind of thing. But it was a Scottish guy that I actually spoke to, and they are very nice people, I've got to say. Well, we've got somebody working in, if you check out the Haverhill video, which is the I'm trying to get my words into perspective here. It is the Working Grill, Gavin's Working Grill, that's it. And there is a video coming up showcasing that. and there might have been one that I've showcased years ago, but there's a latest one that I did when it was really wet. So I thought I'd give you some quick notices as well. So yeah, you wanted to say something quickly,
Yes,
and I've got one more thing to say before you carry on with your music.
Well, as is stagecoach is in Perth,
Yeah.
there's a lovely cathedral in Perth called St Ninian's Cathedral, I think it is, or something like that. Yeah, I presume it is. I think my grandfather used to play there. So I think he used to have a go at it, or did some sort of service.
But Johnny, thank you very much for coming on the chat tonight. You know, even for the first time live, it's not often that people come on and have a chat with us live, you know, and it takes really good guts to come out and do it. And watching from Scotland is a long, long way. Did you actually discover us by accident? Let us know. It'd be interesting. But yeah, we've had a little bit of a concern on some of the videos. It does explain a little bit further. I'll just come over to myself for a second. Hello to you all, the face behind the voice. But no, we've had a little bit of a concern. The details are coming up as Julian is playing in the background as we go here. That's quite nice, isn't it? But yeah, we've had a few concerns, not too much bad, but of course a couple of people have said certain things about certain videos which of course they haven't been happy with, apparently. Stumbled across your reviews, really enjoyed them. Reviews, of course, of what kind of videos do you mean? Do you mean actually like Wetherspoons, or of course places that we've been to? We don't want to just cover Wetherspoons, because we've had a lot of I would say issues regarding that, rather than saying complaints. But I wish people would actually use the email touringwithusteam@gmail.com. You can constructively come on here and say some nice constructive comments. That is welcomed. Okay, if it's in a nice sort of broad way that people can understand, and not so much in a negative way, because we've had a lot of negative ones. Yes, spoons, yes, and seeing different towns, great. And I really appreciate you coming on the chat tonight, even having the guts to do that. But like I say, it's just a few minority from other groups on Facebook that have been coming on making fun of course, certain videos that we've been putting up, which of course is not even explicit or anything like that. It's not to attack any town whatsoever. We don't actually do that. What we do is, which explains on the catch-up Sunday video, which of course hopefully you'll be able to see. I'll put the thumbnail up later. And of course, yes, it's just a few minority, unfortunately, in this world that like to have a little bit of a stick at people, or sting or stitch at people. Ignore them, mate. It's always going to be haters. Yes, absolutely. That's the problem, isn't it? You know, you can't please everybody all of the time. You know, we tried to mix it about, of course, with spoons and other things. We had a little bit of a thing about this. I think it was on a video on Biggleswade. I don't know if you ever saw the video of Biggleswade, where I just focused on the spoons. I did go to other places during the live as well, and showcased the shops that was in the area as well. There was just one pub, I think it was like the Red Lion or something like that, which of course we need to check out and find out for real what it's all about. But yeah, but apparently just one pub, you know, complains that we go to Wetherspoons too often. But of course, what we'll try and do, because there is a sort of question on this, whether, you know, people would like us to go to 3 different spoons. Of course, we've had some votes on this. You might be one of them, Johnny. I don't know, but of course, let us know if you have been actually voting on that as well. And of course, some of which are top plates, low rates, and some of which are not top rates and low rates, but they still want us to go to 3 different spoons. Of course, we'll combine all of it all in one video, if that pleases everyone more than anything. But yeah, we do try to, yes, okay, visit spoons, because that's the only thing pretty much open. Everything else is pretty much shut in terms of some things. Not all things, I've got to say this now. Of course, some restaurants are still open. I've got to say that in some towns, but there are some that have shut down. I don't know why, but of course there are, like St Neots. I don't know if you noticed that there are some couple of issues that we did discuss. We discussed about the banking issue, charging £1.25 per transaction, which is a little bit disgraceful. But of course, moving on from that, the main good thing is that these pubs are up for sale for businesses that would like to go to these areas. Perhaps I was actually thinking of doing, of course, I would say, different towns of, I would say, going towards the way of showing which pubs are up for sale for those businesses that want to come forward. Hopefully I'm making a bit of sense here. So yeah, so talking about something aside, we do apologise that we came on later than anticipated. We were originally going to be at 8:20, but of course we had some sound issues from the other camera, which I didn't expect at all. So what does Johnny say? I stay in Hamilton, South Lanarkshire. Supposed to be a spoons being built. Yeah, I have to put the chat back up so I can read it. Supposed to be a spoons being built, but keep pulling out. Well, there's a couple of spoons that were going to happen in the east of England, but of course that didn't happen, and Ely as well. I don't know if it's happening in Felixstowe, which is a seaside resort in the east of England as well. But yeah, I've known some really good Scottish people while we're talking to Scottish people here. One of them that I used to play football, or we used to play football with many years ago, and works in a co-op in Cambridge. I don't know if he still does. I think his name is James Whaley. He doesn't really often come and see our channel. He's not really a YouTuber, but some people are not, some people are. But yeah, we will go to the nice and relaxing show now, and just having a little bit of a breather and a little bit of a point about, of course, which is telling you a bit more further detail what I am talking about in regards to, of course, a couple of comments which does seem to be spoiling of, everybody's sort of enthusiasm of what they do, especially the team of Touring With Us. If they want to say something, come and email us, touringwithusteam@gmail.com. We welcome your comments online on the videos in a constructive, formative way, so that people can be pleasant with each other. It's all about trying to be nice with each other and trying to have two sides of the coin rather than just one side. And it's time to get back to free speech in a lot of great ways. Do you agree with me or don't you agree with me? let me know on that one. Let us know some food for thought on that one. I'd like to have some opinions of the public on that one. So, of course, yes, we will try and do those three spoons that people have voted for. But what we was thinking of doing three of them all in one. Obviously, we won't be able to do it all in one day. Some spoons we might be able to, and some we won't be able to because they are sort of a distance away from each other. But of course, we can go in stages here and do what everyone has pretty much voted for, apart from the ones that nobody's voted for. But maybe we'll do them all at some stage. But we'll do the first ones that people have voted for. It looks like it's, I think Cambridge is one of them, Kings Lynn and Royston, I think, was the choice of the public. But it's all down to you lot. We'll try and do what people have voted for to start with, because you lot deserve it, okay? If you do want to support the channel, by the way, of course, you've got your PayPal, and the link is on, well, actually, you've got a donate now button on the website. If you see the website link on the community section, it's there, which I've updated the website, which I haven't done for absolute ages. And also, of course, yes, you've got the links on here as well. Jefferman 99 from Linton watching tonight. Wow, of course. Hello, Linton. We do use the Haverhill 13 bus a lot going through Linton. Linton in Cambridge. Excuse me. Linton in Cambridgeshire. Right, before I have a cod in my throat, I should have a glass of water. It's over to you now, Juliani.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Welcome back to the second part.
To the show that hopefully never ends.
Well, yeah, this is usually happen on what happened on a
Come closer to the screen.
Wednesday evening, about twice a month or so. Nice relaxing music. It's mainly classical music.
Sorry about the sound there.
A bit like a virtual church kind of.
But you're getting a real organ here.
Well, we're getting
Electronic organ here.
We're getting electronic at YouTube.
Thank you all so much for joining us tonight, by the way.
Hang on, let me finish.
Any requests are welcome, okay? touringwithusteam@gmail.com.
Well, any requests
or on the chat.
Or, if you only got any requests of general hymns or any things like well over 70 years old, we can do it. So that's why I'm demonstrating these hymns, so people will know what's out of copyright, what's not. I'm afraid. So
hopefully, if YouTubers are listening, as in the main managers of YouTube,
well, they got I know what 70 years of age is, and far gone. So, Father of Heaven, Love Be Found is the first hymn. Of the second part of nice relaxing music. And normally I have a schedule, but I'm going to do it random. So we have 4 verses of this. Father Heaven, of love be found, ransom for the souls have found. Before the throne we our sins bend, to us pardoning love ascended. Why I've chose love hymn, because a lot of people don't know what love is, but we won't go into detail there, but I'm sure people can work that out. It's part of it's only money. That's the clue. Anyway, Father of Heaven, love divine. The music is John Dykes, 1823 to 1876. That is more than 70 years old. So do bear in mind with that. 4 verses of this one. Father of Heaven, who loves you find. Before we go into the second hymn, now before I actually rather do that, now if you don't know the question is how you want to how I got into the organ, is you start by having piano lessons and work your way up like a ladder. So bearing in mind that's what it is. So if you start from the piano and work yourself up from the keyboard and go up from there. It's like stepping up the ladder and then moving on to another instrument. It's like playing the saxophone and like playing the clarinet at the same time.
I just want to jump in here very quickly there. Hopefully you can hear my voice here, because we have got the microphone that we are sharing tonight. Slightly different to what we normally have here. Sorry, the camera blurred out there. It's because we've got people tuning in here. And of course, yes, what I would like to say is, of course, well done to Julian for playing and having the effort to play tonight, which is great. And of course, Johnny Mac 26 says, of course, nice music. I wish I could play an instrument. Yes, I'm sure many of you watching now could wish that very thing as well. So of course, well done, Julian, for even having the effort to play on a Sunday, because of course a lot of people did request for you to play on a Sunday. At the start we didn't have no viewers, and now we have got some people watching in, which is great. Any song requests, please put them on the chat, or of course touringwithusteam@gmail.com. Same rules applies for the for any constructive feedback that you do have regarding the channel. It's got to be constructive, remember. No negative feedback, please. Well, I don't like to use the word please. Just no negative feedback. Is that right, Julian?
This is a reason for it.
Yeah, this is a good reason. Sorry about the clunking of the microphone there.
Sorry,
we're having a bit of banter along the way as well.
Well, to get into music, you start learning from the piano and then you work your way up.
Julian will add some live as well to beat the copyright system.
Well, this one is definitely out of copyright anyway. This hymn is.
To beat the system, you've got to do something like made up along the way if you can.
Yeah, a lot of improvisation. That's
easy. Improvisation, yeah.
Well, I could do it.
Sorry, the camera's blowing out here.
That's okay. Don't worry about that.
Oh, yeah, it's making someone dizzy. I don't know what's happening there. We do apologise about that. Oh, it's coming back now. It's the warmth in this room here. Eve Maureen, I think we saw you on a chat in Great Yarmouth. We weren't actually live in Great Yarmouth, but we did do some videos from there. We did actually see.
Where you tuning in from?
I think she was tuning in from somewhere else. Can't remember the name of it, but of course, yeah. She's well. We saw her before in Great Yarmouth, but yeah, it's nice for you to come back on the channel for us tonight.
But you do come.
Before you carry on.
Go on.
Yeah, I was going to say that we did see the BBC Look East. I think it was a guy called Alex Dunwick. That's it. Dunlop. Sorry, who is actually married to Susie Fowler Watt. Of course, we just caught him at the end. Of course, we didn't have a picture of that, but we do have a picture of the crew interviewing people at the Norwich train station. I hope that all TV channels go to there, under the circumstances.
Okay, if you just...
Buckinghamshire, yes, Buckinghamshire.
Oh, that's not too far away.
Wow, people watching all over the country today, which is great.
Usually this show does come on a Wednesday night as well, so usually about twice a month-ish, depending on what we're doing.
Yeah, but we'll keep you informed.
Let me explain what it is. It's called Nice and Relaxing Music, Part 2 and Part 1. I'm demonstrating this Utechnics organ to people that haven't, who don't know music and whatever it is. As I said before, you start with having piano lessons if you want to learn to play the keyboard like I'm doing. I'm just demonstrating some keyboards. Unfortunately, my organ at the back is not available to play at the moment. I'm still waiting for somebody that could do it. There's a slight buzzing sound on it on the pedal board. That would have been a better sound than this one because you've got more keyboards, and that'll be. All organs are different. It doesn't matter if they're electric or pipe. They're all different and different sizes. They're all different manuals. Manuals are keyboards, by the way. Some you get 3 manuals. Some of them you get 2 manuals. You only get 4. The highest one is about 7, but that's far above yet. The highest in the UK is about 5 manuals. Liverpool Cathedral that is fine. They've got 2 organs in there, one on the ground and one at the top. That can connect to each other. Like St Paul's Cathedral. So I mean, that's.
We've got no issues with the sound. Thank you, Eve, as in EV. I believe that's pronounced.
Well,
so yeah.
Okay. Well, we have 2 more hymns before we have the 2 volunteers.
Must say apologies to some of the moderators that are not in the chat tonight, and of course I wish them well. Nikki Gibbs and Scott Smart as well. We are moderating at the moment until they come back. I'm sure they will come in and check us in from time to time. But Pinky, I don't know if anyone remembers Pinky. She's having time off at the moment, and hopefully in due course she'll be returning to our screens soon, to do some moderating stuff. That'd be great because she's done a lot of great work. So she's having time out at the moment, and she will return in due course.
Right, let's go.
For unforeseen reasons, we don't know when that is.
No,
We'll let you know and update you on that.
Time will tell.
And we wish Pinky well as well.
Right, okay. 4th of my lane, my Lord of Go is an out-copyright hymn, and music's by Orlando Gibbons, in 1588 to 1625. That's more than 70 years. That's over 300 years. That's why I'm playing these ones out, so they can't get you. Song 34 is the tune, Angel's Song. I'll give you the first verse words. 4th in my name, O Lord, I go. My daily labour to purer. The only the result is to know in all I think or speak or do. Those are the first words.
So welcome to the Nice and Relaxing Show. This time we've called it Sunny Nice and Relaxing Show, or Sunny Sunday version of the Nice and Relaxing Show.
I think we have about there's 5. I think there's 5 verses.
That's right. It's Julian wiping his sweat off his face. It's quite warm in there, isn't it? Hopefully it's a nice day tomorrow, but apparently it's not going to be.
4 for my lane, my Lord, I go. Remember this one?
Okay.
I thought I'd jazz that up a little bit towards the end.
Clap. Bravo. Really enjoyed that.
We have one more hymn. We're going to go to voluntaries. We have before we head.
Johnny Mac 26 says very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any requests? Come on, we need some requests. We got some people few people coming in.
Right now, just a quick
You can
demonstration.
request online or touringwithusteam@gmail.com.
As people haven't not listened to this music we've only listened to the music and not hear the sounds, but they are sounding. I'll give you a little demonstrations on it. So as it's a special one. What I've got on the top manual, I used it as like the bottom manual, combined to that manual. So some organs are top manuals, bottom manual, choir manual, whatever it is, swell, choir, great, whatever it is. It's mixed sometimes. Sometimes you get a couple of manuals. That's even more harder. A couple of manuals normally on the bottom manual, which is the combined with the top manual and the great manual. So that's in Long Milford, by the way. That's in East Anglia. Which I recently played a few months back. Now on this organ it's quite similar, but this is not a pipe organ, I'm afraid. It's near enough a pipe organ, but it's not. It's more tab stops here. Now I've got 16, 8 foot and a 4 foot, all flutes. That's what it sounds like. What are you laughing at
I've
now?
got a few shout outs to mention, even though they're not watching, they may be watching on replay. But I want to say a few shout outs to a couple of people that I've seen. First of all, on a video which is coming up on the channel very soon, one of our friends that we haven't seen for absolutely ages, and used to be a Tottenham fan but later changed to an Ipswich fan. His name is Danny Wigmore, and of course the other one, Paul, I saw on a bike heading up towards the hill of, you know, the Emperor's Green of Haverhill in Suffolk. So a big shout out to, of course, Paul and Danny Wigmore, if they are watching absolutely anywhere.
Right, let's continue to finish.
Eve Maureen says, do you play in a church? That's a good question.
I have done. At the moment, I'm freelancing.
You're a one-time occasional player, aren't you?
Yeah, on a quest. Yeah, on a quest.
Yeah, if someone emails him to play in a church, then of course he will be obliged to do it, depending on travel.
I belong to an organisation which is in Cambridge, so that I get to play on different organs about 4 times a year, or
there's different associations in different counties.
Yes, Suffolk, there's Essex. There's
What's
Norfolk,
this one called?
Cambridge Organs Association.
COA, which is
COA is on
which is what?
Cambridge Organs Association.
That's it. Well done.
It's a membership for about a year. You'll find.
And what is the email to well, for guests?
Well, you just type in
for guests that want to request a song.
Oh, tourists. I can't remember now. Tourists.
You said it earlier.
Yeah.
touringwithusteam@gmail.com. Even fans know, I think.
touringwithusteam@gmail.com.
If you do want to request, if you can't think of one right now, you can email it, and then we'll try and play it for you next time,
if we can.
And then we'll put you up on the list. All free of charge as well. We don't charge you for it unless you want to give us a donation for doing it, which is your own choice.
Donation can be small. It can be 2p, 20p.
I don't really mind. It helps support the channel, and of course some of which we do split on. The Habitat of Easttown Park, where they've got a donation where you can actually put coins in.
Okay, let me finish this demonstration before we go on the last.
Let's crack on then. Let's go.
Right, okay. We've heard the top on those. Well, now you got the low case there. And you can add them by sound. You got this on 16 foot on its own, single flute. And if you want to add an 8 foot, which sounds like a 4 foot, it sounds like this.
Sorry about the microphone there.
Yeah, and then we call this a nazzard, which you get on a pipe organ, which is near enough the same as a 12th. On this organ, it's 2 in a 2 3/3 in a fraction. It's like a nazzard sound. But it's strange sound on its own. You can hardly hear it when it goes up high.
Quite squeaky, isn't it?
Well, the harmonic coupler's got a 2 3/3 as
Some
well.
lovely sounds on this organ. So you've even got some beats and rhythms. Can you demonstrate that?
We have to cut the harmonic couplers on the with the tabs, and you got the low.
Can we do some beats just to demonstrate, Julian? Because I think some people want to be a little bit party on a Sunday.
Right. Okay. This is called rock.
Play something just to demonstrate for the audience while we're watching.
Those some of the beats. We have lots of other beats like rock 1 and 2, slow rock, waltz, march, bossa nova, samba, masamba, tango, rumba, and I think that's enough of what I said on that. And we have got strings on the top here. You can hear it quietly on here.
Whilst you're listening to that, of course, another way of submitting your song request, if you have a choice of your own, then feel free to use the community section, which is a kind of new feature for Touring With Us, and of course a YouTube channel, whatever that may be. Of course, you've got to have a lot of subscribers for that to happen, or just to register the actual account, I think. But of course, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers to actually go live. You know, you can't suddenly just go live on YouTube, which of course we need to do on the other channel here. If we can get some more subscribers on our other channels that we do, which is We Love East Anglia UK, which is now UK, and We Love Haven UK and Exploring Places. Yeah, we'll talk about that at another stage here. Back to you, Julian.
Right, and finally the brass on the top manual is the single oboe. You couple it with a 16-foot. And then you got the brass with the 16-foot on its own. Unfortunately, they don't come on the pedal, but we haven't got the couplers to do that. And the pedal's only three stops to it: a 16 and 8 and a bass guitar.
Back in the moment, Julian.
Okay. We have a 2 feet flute, which is a 2 feet. It sounds like a 1 foot, really. But there you have it. And the solo, what I was using before that was a saxophone. It sounds like a trumpet, doesn't it? So that's with the brass oboe and the three flutes, 8, 4, and 8, 4, and 16 rather. And if you add that with the solo, the manual. Proper bass to do that. You can hear the 16-foot on there. It's not very big. That's the loudest it would go, and that's the half loud it would go. A bass guitar. That's how loud it would go on the bass. It's called bass sounds. So now we've got wireless stops on here. We've got vibrato stops. We've got upper preset sets. We've got a piano. We've got a vibraphone, a harpsichord piano, mandolin. We've got harmonic couplers, as we said before, and orchestral presets. So we have got no couplers, unfortunately. We have got a trombone. We've got a saxophone thing. We've got synthesizer presets on this organ. We have volume control. We have a switch button. We have the pedal couplers down here. Unfortunately, on that other organ, that would have been a trumpet and a cornet on the bottom manual. That would have been a bit more brassier than what I'm going to play now. So this one is now the day those dial gave us the orders ended. It's not going to end after this one. We've got 2 on voluntaries, but this one is good for an evening hymn at an evening service. Um, I say the words, the days I gave us the Lord is ended. It's not going to tonight. Um, uh, Darkness falls, which is now, and thou behest to thee our morning hymns, ascended to praise our sanctified under rest. So you probably have a rest tonight. So this one is sort of relaxing. It's Clement Schofield, 1839 to 1904. Clement is the tune. Days I gave us. It's 5 verses. Thou Davis, thy gave us, thy Lord is ended. Now on this one we have 2 voluntaries here. Now we have the concerto in A minor, which is about 4 pages of it, and then we have about 2 or 3 pages of the Bach one. It's all Bach ones really. BWV 593, concerto movement by Bach, as it's shown. So we'll put it down here. It's like a concerto. You hear loud and soft and a little bit of minor keys into it. Concerto in A minor. concerto in A minor after Verdi, the first movement. There was other movements to it. So I haven't got that in the book. My final piece here is the Fugue in C minor by Bach. It's prelude from the prelude in Fugue in C minor. VWV 549 by Bach. It's different, more lighting here. So this is the final piece I'll be playing. I might be playing a little bit towards the end. I don't know. Depends how tired you are. This shouldn't take too long. It's one of those pieces I played in my Cambridge Orchestra Association. So the Fugue in C minor. Well, what about that then? I might finish tonight. I might finish off with a little bit of a soft piece tonight to go off with. This is a bit of an improvisation. This is Billy's final piece tonight. Improvisation by Juliani.
Marvellous.
Peace by
Bravo,
Juliani
bravo.
in eighth place.
Yeah, unfortunately, Eve Maureen, is it? I think it's pronounced from Berkshire, Buckinghamshire. Yeah, Eve Maureen from Buckinghamshire, who has been watching in all the way today, must, give her congratulations for a star of the show, of which, of course, all of you have been stars of the show, but this one in particular has said, really enjoyed it. I'm sure other people enjoyed it as well. So
Well, there was a next one, hopefully either Wednesday or the following Wednesday. So
yeah, exactly. She did ask if we're going to return next week, which we hope to do, as people did like it. Actually, I was actually quite surprised. But yeah, Wednesday is probably going to be the next one. Yes, I would think so. It's up to you, Junior.
Yeah.
You weren't actually going to do this on a Sunday, but it's an amazing achievement.
I've just tried.
Oh, mind the camera, mind the sound equipment as well. So we appreciate you actually coming on, Julian. It's the voice of Quack behind the scenes at the moment. I will show my face in just a moment because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to show my face.
I just want to get off the stool, man.
Yeah, I can move out your way. So. Oh, yeah. Watch out for health and safety. Yeah. But anyway, yes, you just want to stretch your legs a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Are you okay there?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Just about. You did really well tonight. Yeah, let's bring it back to me whilst you sort yourself out. So, hello to everyone here. And yes, I'm back here. And it was me behind the Quack here. It could be anyone behind the touring with us, though, I've got to say that. But yeah, it's just been amazing, of course, for all of you that has tuned in today. And of course, we can only thank you enough for that. And of course, unfortunately, as people enjoyed it tonight, I'm sure Pinky would have been delighted if she had tuned in tonight. But I'm sure she will return. That's Pinky, and we're talking about. Hopefully, Pinky will return in due course. For unforeseen reasons, we don't know when that's going to be, but of course, we will pass the message on if anybody does have a message for Pinky, who remembers Pinky for our moderator work, for her moderator, and actually done at the time. So, yeah. Most people will know it's a she behind the Pinky, but of course you might have seen her in a couple of videos, especially the one recently in Hitchin. But anyway, yeah, I'm really excited to say it's the end of the show. But of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to check us out on our Q&A and chat show, which we do from time to time, and also spread the word about touring with us. It really means a lot to us. Of course, we've got an eBay shop if anybody is interested in buying any of the stuff that we have, which we're hoping to put up some postcards signed by us, and of course some rare postcards of Haverhill in Suffolk if anyone is interested. So that's the notices here. Thought I'd leave it towards the end. I normally sort of announce it in between, but of course I thought I'd leave it to the end here. But it's been really a treat doing this, and thank you to all the recent subscribers. There has been at least one bus driver of late who has been really willingly supporting the channel as such. I think I should give him a mention. Of course, Phil Walker, who is a stagecoach bus driver of the East. Okay, Johnny would be interested in that because, of course, he told us where the head office of Stagecoach in Scotland is, which is in Perth. So yeah, that's quite interesting to know that, and especially for those people in the southeast area. But yeah, Stagecoach is a big company, by the way. It's all over the UK. I think I don't know if Wales or Ireland or Northern Ireland do it, but yeah, I think we leave that to the Lakeland. I think Lakeland is one of my favourite milk. Anyone want to join me on that one? Yeah, that's Northern Ireland. I think it's based. I'll quiz you on that. See if anyone actually knows that, where Lakeland produce their milk. But yeah, it's normally known as Viva You know, and of course you can get them in Iceland. I don't know if you can get them in Tesco's or Asda or Aldi's, as they call it. They call it Oldies, don't they? Instead of Aldi's. I
Right.
think that's pronounced Aldi's, not
I think we better.
Aldi's.
I think we better head off.
But anyway, we've got to say cheerio for now. We're going to be off to watch another, of course, videographer of a virtual kind of organ style, and I think we'll get the tail end of it. But of course, yeah, his name is Richard McVeigh, and he's actually performed at Bury St Edmunds, or St Edmundsbury Cathedral, as it so to call it, and that's in Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk. And did you know, of course, talking of Bury St Edmunds, while we're on the same subject of that, we have showcased Bury St Edmunds quite a lot, by the way, and hopefully we'll do that in a proper video or something of similar kind, and we are planning on a Cambridge video as well. And of course, yes, it's all in the plans as well. We like to plan things, you know, and things are not always easy to plan to perfection, but we do try our best. But talking about Bury St Edmunds, okay, I don't know if anyone out there watches GB News, but of course, recently they've had a car advert from Bury St Edmunds, and it's also been on Talk TV as well. So we mentioned them as well. If anyone has watched any of those channels, I had not seen Bury St Edmunds car retailers or anything like that on any other channels like ITV, BBC, or even Sky News, or Sky News as they call it. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's another thing altogether. So we're gonna wrap that up with a huge smile here on a sunny Sunday, or Sunday sunny, whatever you like to call it. Nice and relaxing show on behalf of course, Touring With Us team. And we thank Julian, of course, as in Juliani Buzzing, who has done extremely well tonight. And behind the scenes, we have been working hard with our microphones here. And a huge thank you very much. Do you want to have a last few words before we go as well, Julian?
Well, thank you much.
Hang on.
Hang on. Let me
I've got to put it back to you. There you go. You're on now.
Okay.
Okay, back to you.
Right, start from finish. Well, thank you very much indeed, folks. Do put a word in and say to other people to come on the chat if you can.
How well do you think you played tonight?
How well did I played? Not too bad because I haven't rehearsed any of them, but not today I haven't, but because I know some of the.
Do you think you did? Do you think you did better than a train striker?
At least on the go.
At least you're not on strike either.
No, I'm not.
Anyway, hopefully they'll sort all that out.
Right,
but anyway, we'll leave that racing from your mind. Thank you very much, Julian.
Okay, cheerio. And stay
until
safe.
next time, take care.
Take care and
Cheerio.
cheerio.
Yeah, good night to you all.